Hello everyone, my name is Liv and today I have a thrift store haul and a book haul for you because I wanted to combine both of them because why not at this point? Because my channel is just a hodgepodge of things I like and I went thrifting recently, got some really good finds, and I want to share it with you because why not? I also got a lot of books, so let's just dive right in. So I'm going to leave the thrift store haul to the end because I know you're here for the books. So let's just get into the book haul because I have a lot to show you. So the first book in this pile that I see over here is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and I got this from Booksparks because I was working with them on Instagram to promote their summer picks for people to read throughout the summer vacation, and Red, White, and Royal Blue was one of their picks, and I have already devoured this book, and like everyone else on BookTube, I absolutely love it. If you do not know what Red, White, and Royal Blue is about, it follows the first son of the United States and the Prince of England. The first son's name is Alexander and the Prince of England is called Henry, and they have a not so great first meet and they end up hating each other, but after they bump into each other once again during a wedding and they cause a catastrophe, they are forced to pretend to become best friends for the press to get off their back and stop talking about the catastrophe and how much they don't like each other. So basically, their friendship slash relationship starts off with their PR teams basically forcing them to come back together to pretend to be best friends, and that eventually blossoms into a romance. This book is one of the funniest books I've ever read. I do not laugh out loud while reading books, but this one made me laugh out loud. It was just hilarious, it was heartwarming, it was heartbreaking, it was just everything you can want and more in a romance. It was an amazing new adult novel, and yes, it is new adult, it's not YA. Everyone keeps on saying it's YA, it's new adult, and let's appreciate the fact that it is a new adult book because those are very rare to find. The next book was given to me for free from Penguin Teen, the paperback version of Turtles All the Way Down. It follows a girl named Asa who finds out that a guy in her town who's super rich has gone missing, and there is a reward out for any information about him, and if anyone can find him, they can receive a gigantic monetary reward. So her and her best friend just decide to investigate because the man who went missing is the father of Asa's old friend Davis, and he is a very quiet, very wealthy person, and they decide to rekindle their friendship while also kind of uncovering what happened to his dad, and it deals a lot with Asa's anxiety, it deals a lot with her obsessive compulsive disorder, and it was just an amazing read. It was very relatable when she talked about her anxiety and how much she hyper focuses on medical issues and whether or not she feels like she's dying. I'm like, wow, relatable, and it was just amazing. It was the first time I read a book with anxiety rep that I just like related to, and it didn't make me feel anxious because other books that I read with anxiety rep just made me feel more anxious, but this one made me feel seen and kind of comforted knowing that I'm not the only person who has those specific thoughts. So this one was great, and I'm so glad I have the paperback version of it because it's such a cute little tiny book, and now I can add it to my collection. And the next two books were given to me by the author, and I just love her so much, and it is the second and third book in the Happy Endings series by Zoey Castile, and this follows a bunch of different romances. They're all companion novels, and I was obsessed with the first one, Stripped, and I have no idea what these two are about, but I do know that both of the male love interests are strippers, and it is just amazing, and it is just steamy and wonderful. And if you're looking for a great romance with Latinx main characters, I would highly recommend this series because Zoey Castile just writes the most amazing, just relatable and real and wonderful romances, and I cannot wait to read these two books because I just can't wait to read them. The next two books were given to me from Book of the Month YA, which is a monthly subscription service that I'm actually an affiliate for. So basically, if you use my link, which is linked down below, to subscribe to Book of the Month's YA version of their subscription box, I will also receive a commission and it will help out this channel. So just letting you know all about that link down below. But basically, Book of the Month YA is a subscription service where the company picks out 5 books, I believe, in order to highlight every month. month. So they pick out their favorite YA books that are coming out within that month. And if you're a subscriber, you get to pick out the books that you would like to receive in the mail, and then they just show up at your doorstep. So I received both June and July's books, and they sent me 2 books I just am so excited about. And the first one was With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I read the audiobook of this novel, and I was hoping to buy a hardback version of it, and I can't believe I got this in the mail. It was just like fate, and I just am so excited that I have this now for my collection. With the Fire on High follows a high schooler named Imani, and she loves cooking, experimenting in the kitchen, and just creating new recipes. And she believes that food should be an experience, and everyone should be able to have memories come forth whenever they eat a meal that is made with love and made with passion. And she's just so passionate about food, and she eventually wants to work in a restaurant. But she's also a teenage mother, so she also has to deal with the fact that she's a mother. She wants to go forth with her dreams and become a chef, and she's also dealing with the fact that a new boy moved into her school, and he has his sights set on her, and he wants to impress her, but she's not so impressed by him. And basically this novel is full of beautiful food descriptions, and it is just full of passion and love and family issues, and I just adored it so much. And I highly recommend listening to the audiobook of this, and also buying yourself a copy, because this cover is one of the prettiest covers I own. And the July Book of the Month YA book that I picked out was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. And this novel follows an 18-year-old named Ju, and she is a 9-tailed fox. So she takes the souls of evil men who have committed terrible crimes, and one day she sees this boy being attacked by a goblin, and she has to break her one rule and save his life, while also revealing the fact that she is a 9-tailed fox to him, which is a big no-no. You're not supposed to tell other people about your magical abilities. And while she saves his life, she also loses her fox speed, which is basically the heart and soul of her powers. So without that, she will die. So basically, while they are falling in love, they are also trying to save Ju's life. And I am just so excited for this, because I've never read about like Korean mythology, so I want to learn more about it, and I just cannot wait for both the romance and the fantastical elements. And this cover is also completely gorgeous. So thank you so much to Book of the Month YA for sending this over to me, and if you're interested in them, I will link their website down below to learn more about their service and to see what they will be highlighting next month. The next thing is not necessarily a book, but I got it on my trip to Disney, and I wanted to show it to you all because it's just amazing, and I was awestruck by it, and it was just the cutest thing ever. So I was walking through the Beauty and the Beast gift shop that is by Gaston's Tavern, and I saw this, and I was like, I'm opening up a memory box, but that looks just like the Beauty and the Beast VHS that I had as a little kid. And I picked this up and I turned it over, and I'm like, this is exactly like the Beauty and the Beast VHS. It has the same details on the outside, and then I opened it and gasped in the store. It was amazing. On the inside is the actual VHS photo and like detailing, and then it's just a regular notebook on the inside with graph paper and then lined paper with a cute little detail of Lumiere on it as well. And I just had to get it because this brought back so many memories of me watching Beauty and the Beast on VHS, finishing it, and then having to rewind it all over again in order to start it all over. And it just is so cute. It's a very niche type of merchandise to get from Disney because a lot of fans nowadays don't know about VHS, but this just brought back so many memories. And I just love how they have the VHS photo on the inside flap, and it's the best purchase I've made at Disney. It was amazing. I had to get it. And they also have these types of notebooks for other Disney classic movies, but Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, so I had to get it, and it's just the cutest thing I own. I will probably never write in this notebook, but I had to keep it for my collection because this brought back so many memories from my childhood. The next 5 books were given to me by Penguin Random House, and I basically described this as if Audrey Hepburn were to buy 5 books, these would be the 5 books that she would get. So the first one I have is Paris in Love by Eloisa James, and it is about Eloisa James, who moves her and her family to Paris, and she wants to live in Paris for like a year and just discover the beauty and the essence and just like the different type of lifestyle in Paris and how people live a much slower and much more appreciative lifestyle. So I'm very excited to read this, and I just cannot wait to see the Parisian culture in this book, and I just am so excited for it. And it reminds me of Audrey Hepburn when she is in Funny Face and she's just discovering Paris for the first time and she's in love with it. The next book that was given to me by Penguin Random House is Prince Charming, and this one follows a girl whose sister gets engaged to the Prince of Scotland, and they have to hire a boy named Miles to tone down Daisy's personality because she's a bit of a rocket and she doesn't really fit into the poised exterior that the royal family has. And this just looks amazing. Everyone's been reading this ever since the covers have changed and it's just been rebranded, and the cover is just so cute. The girl looks like Haley, like come on, it's just adorable. I cannot wait to read this. It looks like a cute little summery read, and I love royal stories and just like the drama that happens in that, so I'm excited to see what happens next in this book. The next book reminds me of Breakfast at Tiffany, and it is Swans of Fifth Avenue by Melanie Benjamin. And this follows a girl who is a socialite in New York City. She lives a very posh lifestyle, and eventually Truman Capote, yes, the writer, walks into her life, and he enters her social circle and kind of weaves his way in order to learn more about them, in order to write about the people that she hangs out with. I know Chanel Clayton, who wrote Next to Her Nirvana, said this one was an amazing book, so I had to read it because I trust her. I trust her recommendations. The next book I got is also set in New York City, but it's in the 1960s, and it is Park Avenue Summer by Renee Rosen. And I actually went to this signing for Renee Rosen. She was also signing with Chanel Clayton, but this book did not come in the mail soon enough, so I didn't get it signed, and I'm a little annoyed about it, but it's fine. So Park Avenue Summer is about a girl named Alice, and she gets hired to work alongside Helen Gurley Brown, and she is a very controversial editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan. She talks about things that women never spoke about in the 60s, like sex, love, just like women's bodies, and like things that were like pushed under the rug and never spoken about in society. So she is actually a very famous editor-in-chief, and the author spoke a lot about her history, and it was so fascinating to hear in the book signing. And she kind of fictionalized Helen Gurley Brown into this historical fiction where people are trying to sabotage her, so Alice decides her best to help Helen Gurley Brown succeed in this very posh type of lifestyle where Helen Gurley Brown's thoughts and ideas are very controversial and very like pearl clutching, and it is just amazing. I cannot wait to read about this one as well. This one looks like it's also full of scandal, and I just love it. And I also want to learn more about Helen Gurley Brown because hearing about her during the signing was just so cool, and I had never heard about her before, and now I'm excited to see her as a character. She kind of reminds me of Miranda from Devil Wears Prada, so I feel like this is going to give me a lot of Devil Wears Prada feelings, but in the past. And the last book in my If Audrey Hepburn Bought 5 Books is La Passion. I'm gonna say La Passion. This is about a woman who falls in love with the culture, falls in love with the people, falls in love with the food, and just like falls in love. And I just want to read all about that because Bella Figura changed my life last summer, so I need another thing that's similar like this. So those are all the books that I have received lately. I am excited. I'm like genuinely so excited for all of these, and I just wish I could read like 500 books at the same time because I just want to devour all of them, but I can't read books at the same time because it just piles up, and then I just have too many books and then I get stressed out. So I'm going to have to take them one at a time, but I hope to get through all of them very soon because they all have interested me so much by their premises. So let's get into the 3 things that I got at Goodwill. I went with my best friend Sarah recently, and I was on the hunt for Stranger Things inspired outfits because after seeing season 3 of Stranger Things, I wanted to cosplay both Billy and Eleven because both of their styles are very distinct and very beautiful, and their wardrobe is just amazing, and I wish I had all their outfits. So I walked into Goodwill and came out with 3 items I'm just obsessed with, and I can't believe I found them so easily, and it just like felt like I was being blessed by the Goodwill gods. So let me just show you what I got. So the first thing I got is a Billy shirt. So Billy wore a red shirt like this in season 2 when he's picking up Max from Will's house. and he wore it as a short sleeve, but I could not find a short sleeve because it's very hard to find a button-down short sleeve for women. But I found this in the women's section, and it is beautiful, it is soft, it is in perfect condition, and it fits me perfectly, and I just am obsessed with it. And the next shirt I found in the men's section, and I just like kind of gasped because it was so loud and obnoxious, and I'm like, this is an 11 outfit. So when 11 is eating ice cream with Max in the mall, she's wearing like a very bright, very powerfully printed type of romper, but I wanted it just as a shirt. So I found this type of shirt. When I wear it, I kind of look like a dad who is off on a vacation to Hawaii, but like that's the vibe I'm going for, along with looking like 11, and this print just kind of like matches it perfectly, and I cannot wait to dress up like 11. It's just a very loud shirt, and I just love it so much. This one's a little bit stiffer than the red shirt, but it's still freaking cute, and I love it. And it's a little bit oversized as well, but it's just adorable. The last thing I got, I was not looking for, while the other two shirts I was actually like actively looking for. This one just kind of caught my eye. I tried it on, and I took it home, and it was amazing. And it is a London Fog oversized jacket. I showed this to my dad, and he told me that London Fog is a very expensive company, so I'm like, got a good deal because this was only $9. It is amazing. It's kind of like a fall staple piece that you can wear with every outfit, and what's cool is that the inside kind of insulation you could also take out, so it could also be a lighter jacket if it's a little bit of a hotter day. And it was just such an amazing find. It's in perfect condition, and it's kind of like suede on the outside. It's very soft and just cuddly, and it makes me feel like a teddy bear when I wear it. And I am just so glad that I found amazing things in Goodwill, and I also got amazing books from the publishers and authors and companies who have worked with me, and I just am so excited for everything that I got, and I just wanted to tell you all about it because I was just so excited. So let me know if you read any of these books, let me know if you're excited for any of these books, and let me know if you have thrifted anything recently because I would love to hear about it, because I've told everyone about these outfits that I've gotten, and I just want to tell more people about it. So thank you so much for watching it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to support my channel and see more from me. Have a good day. Bye.